Okay, my video for today, I'll show you how I made these little children's chairs, and I'll show you my jig for scooping out the seat like this. Inspiration came from a guy named Mario Rodriguez out of Philadelphia. He was making those Windsor chairs. I'm sure if you're watching me, you've probably seen his video. And I'm going to show you with some measurements, kind of how I did this. I have a cabinet saw and have this frame. Mine's a little different than Mario's. This frame goes from completely around the surface of my saw. Fits down snug, but I clamp it down here. Clamp it down here. Okay. If you can see these two pegs, peg here and a peg here, and these pegs are lined up. Put a straight line across it. They're center with top center of the saw blade. Okay, and the 1 5/8 is the height of this, and that'll be about the most thickness you can make your chair bottom or seat bottom. You'll have I'll explain these little stops here in a second. At first I thought I didn't need the stops, I'd remember, but you'll need the stops. I clamped one on Mario's. He had notches into his piece here. In a minute I'll show you what this thing does. This is a little variation, a little different from what Mario does his. These holes are 3/4 of an inch apart. I think if I had to do it over, I'd make them a 1/2 inch apart. And you start off with it over, obviously, hole number 1. And I'm going to do this little, I just glued up some oak. I've glued I'm not glued, this is screwed on here. This is a little carrier piece, and it's countersunk, and so it's screwed in from underneath. You don't want it to come out on the front side. Screwed from underneath, and it's centered. And if the further back you have this, the deeper the pummel will be, or the part in the middle that sticks up. So the way this works, okay, move my clamp over a little. Okay, and you're gonna, have me one of these, and you'll raise the saw blade up about a 1/16, and you'll slide it across, and I'll stop, and I'll spin it, slide it over here. Oops, let me move this stop a little bit, and you'll be gradually raising the blade up ever so slightly. So let's just kind of do it. Start off raising the blade about a 1/16. I have hearing protection on. That's how the person does, but we're going to gradually raise the saw blade up. Just raise it up here. Raise it up again. more time. Don't raise it up too much. It's hard to go if you raise it too much. Off a little bit more. How high you bring up the saw blade, maybe is a preference. With the depth of cut, now I'm going to start moving it on the notches. Okay, I'm happy with the depth. Now I'm going to start moving. So we just start by moving one side, and with the depth of cut remains the same. Notch number 4 on the left, number 3 on the right. If you have an adult size chair, you would probably go further, make it wider. This is a 12-inch chair. Like I said, I think if I had to do it over, I would have these a ½ inch apart. Once again, the height jig is 1 5/8. This is 45 by 12. This is 2 1/4. And it's centered, the hole is centered over the blade. And once again, there's another look at the carrier. Screwed in here, and this is what spins around. And it makes a perfectly uniform scoop seat. A little sanding, and you're good to go.